The time to visit Sri Lanka is now, and I'm going to show you why in my next few videos. This island nation in the Indian Ocean is one of the most beautiful, fascinating, and by far welcoming countries that I've ever visited. There are ancient cities, jungle, wildlife-packed national parks, hill country railways, coral-fringed beaches, and the kindest people that you'll meet anywhere. But this island has been through more in the last 40 years than most countries go through in centuries. But somehow Sri Lanka kept going. People still opened their homes, still served up the best food you've ever tasted, and they still smiled at strangers. Even in the worst of times, they kept welcoming visitors. Now things are shifting. The country is safe and open to tourism. The economy is recovering, travel is easy again, the country is united, and there's a real sense of the importance of learning about its history. And we found that there's a huge momentum behind building a more sustainable, community-focused tourism industry. So in this series, I'm travelling with the Sri Lankan Tourist Board across the country, from the beaches of Negombo to the rock of Sigiriya, up to the northern cities of Trincomalee, Jaffna and Mannar, before looping back down to Galle. I'll be showing what it's like to visit now, speaking to the people working to shape tourism's future, and sharing tips if you're planning your own trip. Because if there's ever been a time to visit Sri Lanka, it is now.
So we're going to be landing in Colombo Airport in about 45 minutes. It's been a 11-hour flight to get here. Took off at 9:30 UK time, and now it's, let me have a look at the flight details. Yeah, it's 12:26 Sri Lankan time, and we should be arriving at 1:15. This trip is a fam trip with the Sri Lankan Tourist Board, so everything on this trip is very kindly hosted by them, but of course all opinions remain my own. And I plan to produce my normal documentary style videos along with lots of tips if you're planning a trip to Sri Lanka yourself. So we've landed, we're through immigration, and we're just waiting on our bags now. This has been incredibly speedy. So I did apply for an e-visa in advance. You do need an e-visa to visit Sri Lanka at the moment, and I would recommend applying for that a couple of days in advance. But it does say on the form they should get back to you within 12 hours. So we've just gone through immigration. Immigration was really quiet, and now just at baggage reclaim here. And this is our flights bags coming out. So hopefully mine and Rich's will both be out soon. So Rich is also joining me on this trip. He's just over there. And he'll also be making some documentary style films, so I will put his channel in the description. Currently looking like the ultimate tourist with my Sri Lanka hat and my garland. So practical stuff. I just got a SIM card from Airtel over there, this office here, but all of these are SIM card providers. It cost me just over £6 for 50 gigabytes of data for a month. eSIMs aren't actually that expensive here. Rich has got an Airalo SIM card with 10 gigabytes of data. I will put an Airalo code in the description if you are interested in getting an eSIM. There are ATMs just around here. I'll write on the screen the best one to use.
We picked up from the airport and drove about half an hour to the city of Negombo. We checked in to Jetwing Lagoon Hotel, which sits on a spit of land in front of Negombo Lagoon.
Would you look at this hotel? It is huge and absolutely beautiful. You all right, Rich? What do you think of this hotel?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's quite the...
Yeah, it's like an apartment. Suite.
We're actually only here for one night.
Yeah. Well, there's no balcony.
Dressing area here. No balcony. And then what's the bathroom like? Oh, there's a bath! I don't think I'll be able to have a bath because it's so hot, but because this is a press trip, we are staying in like loads and loads of different hotels to try as many out as possible so we can write about them and make videos about them. So we are actually only here for one night. I'm gonna go get some lunch now. It's a little bit later and we're just having a little look around the hotel that we're staying at. This is honestly such an incredible luxury hotel. A little bit of a fish out of water here, but if you're after a treat or if you're at like a honeymoon in Sri Lanka or just having a luxury holiday in Sri Lanka, This is incredible. So let me show you around. Look at this pool. It is 100 metres long. I went in for a dip earlier and it took me 10 minutes to swim to the end and 10 minutes back. So I managed 4 lengths, 2 out and back. So this is the lagoon?
Yeah, this is the lagoon.
And then the mainland is that way.
What kind of wildlife do you get? Any crocodiles?
No,
No crocodiles.
Water monitors. Sometimes you can see some water monitors.
Pretty big.
Yes.
Now, a lot more of my videos are going to be more documentary style, but I am writing up all of my Sri Lanka travel tips on my blog, which will include all the hotels we stay at. We're staying at some other gorgeous ones as well, along with my itinerary, guide and all my tips. So if you are interested in checking those out, then scan this QR code and it will take you right through, or the link is in the description as well. This pool is just incredible. I think it is the longest in Sri Lanka, which should surprise no one. So this is also a wellness retreat, and you can have like a consultation with a doctor who will prescribe you some treatments and all the sort of holistic stuff. And they do daily yoga, spa treatments, and it's all in a beautiful, relaxing place.
I was already falling in love with Sri Lanka and I knew that there was so much to see. That evening, we went to another Jetwing hotel where we spoke to the chairman of the Jetwing Hotels group, who told us a bit more about this new era of Sri Lankan tourism.
Sri Lanka is now well on its way to recovery. We've had a fantastic year of 2023 to 2024. We have a government which is really focused on tourism. I wish you, all of you, a very, very good tour of the country. You'll be in good hands. You'll experience Sri Lanka the way you must experience Sri Lanka. And I hope you'll come back again as well for a longer stay and to enjoy Sri Lanka. God bless you all. Thank you.
It is our first full day in Sri Lanka. We are just about to board onto this coach. I think we're starting with about a 2-hour drive. Let's get on board and get going. We've arrived at the Riddhi Viharaya temple. Now this is one of the highest pagodas in all of Sri Lanka. We're going to watch the top of the temple and we are going into a cave at some point. Thank you. Thank you so much, Owen. Quite possibly the warmest welcome I've ever received anywhere. So this big procession that we're following, I think it's leading to the temple. So we're all walking behind and reaching up to a building that I now see, which I'm pretty sure is our ultimate destination. We are part of the parade.
This temple, as we had heard, is 1,000 years old, and it's a fairly long tradition. And Venerable Nantiro is part of this tradition. He connects the temple with the village. Wishes me to tell you that he's very happy that you are here. He's very happy that the temple and the village together could be a part of this program. What the temple does is, along with the village, is to connect the people with the Buddhist traditions and also the doctrine, and to help them live their lives through that. So the temple and the village coexist. And also he is very happy that you'll be getting an opportunity to go up the hill to see the caves where our traditional Buddhist monks meditated, because this temple is over 1,500 years old. A long time it was institutionalized. So he welcomes you all and wishes you a pleasant day here.
This temple is called Riddhi Viharaya Temple, which means Silver Temple. People have used it as a place of worship since the 2nd century BC. It's known that monks would use the shade under the trees here to pray. But silver was discovered on this site, and that is the material that was used to construct the temple and also gives way to its name. So the temple is attached to a village, and we're spending the whole day around the temple and village area. And right now we are hiking up some stairs for around 30 minutes, I believe. And it should take us to a nice viewpoint. It is about 33 degrees and very, very humid. So I am struggling a bit with the temperature shift, but we'll keep going. Stopped for a king coconut. We have been told that this is Sri Lankan Red Bull, which is definitely needed today, but we've also been told that you should be no more than 30 minutes away from a toilet after you drink this.
You might have to go in the
And
jungle.
I think we're hiking up a hill, so we'll see how that goes. So we found the trail. Not too sure how long we're hiking on this for, but going up at the moment, but at least it's shady. We made it.
Are you enjoying our little trip?
Yeah, thank you.
So you get a lovely view from the top,
Yeah.
and this is called the Pahangala, the rock where the lamp is lit. You get a gorgeous view from there.
Rock where the lantern is lit?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. So it's a great view here. We can see Sri Lanka's highlands, and this is really like the closest we're going to get to them on this trip. Most Sri Lanka itineraries go up to Kandy, which is the highland city. So this is called the place where the lamps are lit, and that is because there has been a history of lamp lighting right here, and it's how the rock was historically sort of shown in the dark, how it was displayed, and there's lots of traditions involving lamp lighting. Made it. Nearly fell over about 5 times, but we made it. So we just had to descend down these steps pretty far, but then I think from here it's quite level back to where we began. And it looks like we're taking a seat here, and I think we're doing some cave meditation.
Thank you for inviting me to have a retreat for all of you. And the term meditation, like in Buddhist perspective, the meditation means developing skills. So in Buddhist practice, we are developing skills in two ways. One is developing concentration, and other is developing the skills to see the truth of yourself.
It is lunchtime, and we've just been offered this menu in a bamboo scroll. So let's open it up and see what it contains. So we've got tambun hodi for starter. I'm not too sure what that is. And then slandel rice, a white rice, and then a red rice. Cassava, baby jackfruit curry, gotu kola. I had that in my juice yesterday. Some sort of green root vegetable, I think. And we've got moringa white curry, goji samboyaya, and butterflies. Oh, and they've got red banana as well, Rich. As it's all vegetarian, I've got a bit of everything. So here we have the tamban hodi, the soup for starters. And then I didn't get the white rice actually. We've got red rice there. We've got the cassava there. This is the jackfruit curry. This is the gotu kola samboyaya, and that is a traditional Sri Lankan salad. This is a spicy sambal, and this is the mango curry. We've got another curry here, which I guess that might be the moringa white curry. And then we've got more jackfruit and sauce. Now, the rock that we were at earlier was occupied from around 300 BC. And one of the first principles of Buddhism was not to drill holes into the ground. So that was why sites like this rock were made holy sites. But now we are at the actual silver temple itself. We just walked down here and we got a gift each. I didn't manage to take a little look into this bit. And Silver Temple is very much attached to Silver Village, which is where we've spent the day. Now the present that we got was all an offering of jackfruit. The jackfruit is good here. Jackfruit curry we had for lunch. Oh, amazing. And then Yeah, go through the trees here, and you can actually see another little pagoda on the top there. What a beautiful scene. The temple goes on and on and on. So what we saw then was part of the temple, but I actually think this is actually the Silver Temple. So behind me is the Silver Temple itself. Now the story of the Silver Temple is intrinsically connected with the second largest stupa in Sri Lanka, Ruwanwelisaya. For the construction of Ruwanwelisaya, silver ore had to be found, and people arrived here looking for this silver ore. The monks provided them with jackfruit, and after they finished the jackfruit, they led them to a cave, and here silver ore was found. So this temple was then constructed here as an expression of gratitude for locating the silver ore to build the stupa. And to this day, people are still offered jackfruit here. Let's take a look inside the temple itself. There's a small stupa here as well, all underneath this rock. The other really interesting thing about this temple is that it is an example of Kandyan architecture. And Kandyan architecture is a style that survived attempted European colonisation for 300 years.
As you can see, Riddhi Vihara is such a special, peaceful place, and there are loads of ways that tourists can visit and get involved in the community. Let's hear a few.
People can, once they arrive in Colombo, they can either take a bus or the train to Kurunegala, and from there they can catch another bus to Ridhigama, to Riddhi Vihara, or they can simply call an Uber. It's very easy to travel here. The temple is situated in Ridhigama in the northwestern province. If you Google it up, it's very easy to find. The website is also there, which will give you directions.
Perfect. So you can book accommodation on the website?
Yes, you can. What is interesting about accommodation here is it's totally free. There's a link in the website where you can request your room.
And can you book just like a day tour like we've done, just to see?
Yes. You can contact the temple and you can tell the temple what you want to see. They will facilitate.
Okay.
All the contact information is available on the website.
And how far are we from Colombo?
125 kilometers.
125 kilometres, perfect. Not too far then. And it feels like another world.
It is.
Yeah.
It's amazing because the scenery changes from the morning till night. If you see up until the sunset, you'll see it very beautifully, and the Tevava, the evening rituals, you can hear, and you can take part in the offerings. It's a whole new world then.
We had another day of exploring Sri Lanka's rural side ahead of us. But first, let me show you the next hotel that we checked into. It's another Jetwing hotel. The whole brand takes sustainability seriously, but this hotel was next level.
We are spending 2 nights at Jetwing Lake. They are a Sri Lankan owned hotel chain operating only in Sri Lanka, and they have sustainability at their core. They're a luxury 5-star hotel chain, but they have some really special things that make them a more sustainable brand. We've just been having a walk around Jetwing Lake with the manager here, and he was showing us this system that they have to power the AC. So they use the offshoots of cuts from cinnamon plants, which are grown a lot in Sri Lanka, and they use them to burn them and make steam, which is then used to power the AC. Not something I'd ever thought about before, and my scientific knowledge isn't amazing, but it seems like a really interesting concept.
We collect these things and put into the boiler, and we are using the cinnamon wood because it's give a good like the heatness is more than the other woods. Efficient. Yes. This is actually a trash. So we pay them some sort of money and get. So we take this husk and it's a throw away.
Yeah. In 1 week, how much of this will you burn in 1 week?
In 1 week, per day we are using 3,000 kilos with the house full situation. It depends with the occupancy.
So a day?
Yeah, it depends.
Okay.
Now 94 rooms.
Yeah.
If we are 100% occupancy, we need 3,000 kilos.
How many kilos is this here?
20 tons we can store here.
And they do have loads of other environmental initiatives as well, such as the sewer treatment plant, which is here. That's how they recycle some of their water.
The bottling plant is separately, it's located over there. We are getting the city water line and we treat it and bottle. And the food waste, as I said you over there, we are separating waste, and food waste straight away come separately put into these 3 tanks and pump into the biogas.
And they also grow some of the food that they serve here as well. And look at all these solar panels. The rooms are absolutely gorgeous, super comfy, and it has a lovely long pool and a gym, and the food is incredible. So we've arrived in the Hedevaduna Cultural Village, and I think we're going to be taking a ride on these cow-drawn carts.
Come, madam, front.
Yeah. Oh.
Are they your cows?
You're mine.
Your cows. This is the village temple here. You can see the stupa. And let's walk up here. So this village is often put onto Sirigaya itineraries because it is very close by, and it is a chance to see authentic Sri Lankan life. The money that the tourists pay goes directly into the community.
They can develop this into agri-tourism also.
So is this a tour that your company offer?
Yes.
Yeah?
Same route or same activities
Yeah, same itinerary.
offering for our clients.
Nice.
Of our clients
Nice.
who are visiting this area.
Yep.
And now this concept is growing. And
Yeah,
first
cool.
ancient kingdom, Anuradhapura, now this concept has been worked out. And there are several service providers who's offering this one. In
Yeah.
Anuradhapura, we do have big man-made lakes
Yeah.
and lakes.
So we're on a little catamaran here, and I think we're just going for a little trip up and down. And we have been told there are no crocodiles here.
And around this area we have a lot of paddy fields. Once we need water to paddy fields from this lake, they will release the water. And since these waters have the freshwater fish, and some fishermen are catching up fish here also. So this water tank is playing major part of villagers' life here.
So was it created for water for the paddy fields?
Yes.
Okay.
And around Sri Lanka, there are 40,000 man-made
Oh, wow.
lakes, because from the ancient time we were an agricultural country, and our main food source is rice. So the paddy or the rice fields needs a lot of water.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Yes, that is cigarette.
That is cigarette over there. Oh, cool.
Cigarette, and left hand side of it is the Pidurangala rock. And late afternoons, there are plenty of birds around this lake. So if you are a bird watching bird lover, you have to come early mornings and late evenings for the sunrise and the sunset, and lot of endemic birds as well as migrating birds you can spot.
This is good for the times that I forget my hat, Rich. I'm always going out and forgetting my hat.
It's a good hat. These are the little they make out of the lily pads, are they?
Now, while I imagine this hat is probably not very durable, it is actually does keep the sun off a little bit. So after our boat tour, we've just taken some steps into the village, and now we're going to learn how to make a coconut sambal, which is one of my favourite things I've tried in Sri Lanka so far.
How many chilies you want? Mild spice?
Mild,
Mild,
please.
or one is enough? Yes.
Just
One.
one. And salt.
And now it is lunchtime.
Have places like
What have we got here then? Another plate of Sri Lankan foodie dreams here. So we've got a mango curry here, which is what we had yesterday. We've got poppadoms, rice, sambal, green beans, and some jackfruit hiding down there, and cabbage. And once again, there are so many veggie options. What are these ones?
This is the Sri Lanka named cow. Rice powder, little salt, the sugar, the mixed little ball, and the boiling coconut oil.
Okay, and this one?
What's this one?
This is the cookies.
Cookies.
Yes, coconut milk and the turmeric,
Oh, nice.
little salt.
Acidity.
And that was it for our first couple of days in Sri Lanka. This country has so much to offer, and I'll be covering it all in my next few videos. After this, we were off to Sigiriya, which is one of the country's most famous attractions. We did make it to the top. So make sure you're subscribed if you'd like to see that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.